Mr. DJ with a treat that you're absolutely going to love. Glen Campbell's first charted hit, the precursor to some of his powerful vocals on Galveston. By the time I get to Phoenix, you hear it in this record that comes in at number, let me bring it up for you, number 98. Billboard's Hot 100, November 25th, 1961. Glen Campbell, who later became a member of the Wrecking Crew in the 60s. And of course, he got on his solo career with Wichita Lineman. And by the time I get to Phoenix, Where's the Playground Susie? Great interpreter of music, great interpreter of lyrics written by other people. Turn Around, Look at Me by Glen Campbell, originally done by Glen Campbell, this record. It was a big hit on the adult charts, not so big on Billboard's Hot 100. Now, here's the thing. This song was written by a guy named Jerry Capehart. Jerry Capehart teamed up with Eddie Cochran, and two of those guys, they wrote Summertime Blues and Come On Everybody. We're talking about 1957, 1958. Now, if you go even further back, Jerry Capehart wrote a song called Beautiful Brown Eyes. It was charted. It was a hit for Rosemary Clooney back in 1951. Went to number 11 on Billboard's chart. If you go that far back, but let's go. Well, let's move it up to 1961. My goodness. Well, let's move it into the 60s. Uh, Gary Glen Campbell did the original version. Then the Letterman covered it, and of course, the most famous version is the Folks. And they did such a beautiful job. The Folks had just awesome harmonies. 5 O'Clock World, and well, what can I say? I mean, it's just stellar harmonies. Starstruck, Mr. DJ. Glen Campbell. Now, here's the thing about this record, Turn Around, Look at Me. And I got this from a YouTube comment. This is sort of an abbreviated story. YouTube comment from a guy named, I believe his name is Dave Arthur. He tells a great story, a bit of trivia. When Jimmy Webb, the famous songwriter Jimmy Webb, the guy who wrote Wichita Lineman, the guy who wrote By the Time I Get to Phoenix, later on in the 60s, both hits by Glen Campbell. And Galveston, I believe he wrote Galveston too, Jimmy Webb did. That when Jimmy Webb heard Glen Campbell singing Turn Around, Look at Me, when he heard it on the radio, I guess his tractor must have had a radio or something, or maybe heard it on the radio from a distance. But when he heard the song, he shut the tractor off. He shut the tractor off, and he went into the house. He borrowed a dollar. He borrowed his dad's car keys. He drove to the record shop, and he bought the 45 of the song "Turn Around, Look at Me" by Glen Campbell. And when he listened to that single, Jimmy Webb thought to himself, I'm gonna be a songwriter. I want to write songs for this guy. I've got to do it. And that's what happened later on in the 60s. Man, talk about some major goosebumps. How high did this song get on Billboard's Hot 100? Not very high. Let's see. It debuted at number 98, week of November 25th, 1961. It peaked at 62. That's it. But it was on Billboard's Hot 100 for over 2 months. 10 weeks. Can you believe it? What a treat this is. I mean, you look at all these old Billboard Hot 100s, and boy, you uncover some jams. I'm telling you. It's like a treasure chest. It's pure gold, baby. Pure gold. Glen Campbell, Turn Around, Look at Me, making its debut on Billboard's Hot 100 back in the fall of 1961.